let's goof off a little. What I'm thinking about doing is trying a bend here in the ribbon burner. I want to do a double back. I haven't been great at double backs, but the plan is I want to cut this piece out here that broke and just patch it in there and process a tube tonight. It's not going to be pretty, but I want to process something and go from there. So what we're going to do is we're going to mark this here 3 spots. One here, one here, and one there. So I can try to do a double back with this. One of my torches went out, so I'm smelling propane over here. That's not ideal. Alright, we're going to come over here and we're going to try this. Yeah, I know my TV friends are going to ask why I've got this in portrait mode. I seem to get more stuff in portrait mode. So, all that orange flame that you just saw, is I'm too rich. So, it shouldn't do that this time. It might have a little bit, but I'm trying to get the, there we go. I forgot to put a tube in my mouth. Got a double back. So, double backs, I've seen people use the crossfire here for double backs. I'm doing better in double backs in the ribbon burner. I know some of you guys are going to tell me that I should be able to do this in the crossfire, and I probably should. But that's not a horrible double back right there. Now this is 10 mil glass. I'm only doing 10 mil because I want to try to fix what I screwed up here. So I'm going to set this guy over here to the side for just a minute. Get my old file out. We're going to come over here and we're going to cut this bad broken part of the glass off. I'm going to come down here to about here and get that knocked off. Getting a lot better with my glass cutting. Key to that, make sure your file is sharp. I thought when I bought it, it was going to be sharp enough. No. I get about 10 cuts. And after about 10 cuts, I got to get over to the grinder and sharpen that guy back up. This one's going to be a little bit harder. Oh, I broke it in another place. Right there. See that? This bud is broke. I'm not going to be able to fix it like I was hoping. I don't have enough glass. I don't have enough white. Damn. I was really hoping I was going to be able to light that up. So, we will talk briefly about my welds. Okay, you see that guy right there at the top? I do have a little bit of black on there here. Let me turn that guy around so you can't see that side. That's leaded glass. Very little staining on my weld. So I'm kind of figuring out, I think, where to put my fires to make them more correct, if you will. Bad U. Bad D. I already knew that D was bad. I hate that. Bad. So we're gonna move this stuff, and I'm gonna toss that U. I don't want it. I'm gonna keep this B and this U because why not? Kind of clear off my table. I got a couple little shards of glass where that broke. I need to get in here with the vacuum cleaner. I've got a shop vac over here to really kind of clean this thing up when I need to. But I'll work on that. So let's try to work on this B on the pattern here. Why is our hammer in my way? So let's look at this B, right? How do I want to start this B? I don't know. I need to put my hat on. It's got my GoPro, so you guys, I can cut here to the GoPro video. Maybe next time we're gonna do that, or I'll have a camera. Way better idea is getting a little camera to hang up here, pointing down at the pattern table. I like that. So here's what we're gonna do. How to do this B. I don't know. Let's turn the pattern around, because I have learned in my brief time that you want to bend up. So, what color? I don't know what color. It was originally white. The word bud was white. The word light is blue with a red ring around it. I don't have any more white. I do, but that's green. I don't want to do green. What is this? I have white, but it's 12 mil. And I can't do this in 12 mil. I'm sure of that. And I think I've got one 15 mil white. Yep. Got a Voltark 15 mil white. So what color? I've got green, but that's 15 mil. I got that 12 mil, which is green. I got a short piece of, I think that's white. I got 12 mil aquamarine. 15 mil turquoise. 15 mil purple. 15 mil snow white. 15 mil blue. 15 mil EGL designer. I don't know what color that is. 12 mil blue. There's some 10 mil aquamarine. We're just going down the list here, I guess. 6500. 12 mil white. I got some 15 mil. Ow. And a broken piece of glass that I just stabbed my hand with. There's some 10 mil horizon blue. Clear gold 15 mil. Blue 12 mil. Clear gold 10 mil. And then what do we got here? regular old blue 10 mil. So I don't have any white. So I tell you what we're going to do. Because I'm so bad at this, we're going to do this in clear. Because I'm really damn bad at this. So we're going to come here, and then we're going to come here. So I need to start my bend here. I'm going to mark it here. I'm going to put on the old blow hose, plug the end. Actually, plug this in because I'm right-handed and it just works better for me. So we got that guy in there. Let me take my hose off here and figure out how long I need to bend for this one. That right there. So I'm going to move here to there and make a mark on my glass right there as well. So now, if you look at my glass, you're not going to be able to see it. There's a mark here and a here. That's how much glass needs to be for this first bend for the B. So what I'm going to do is come over here and bring my match my ribbon burner to my glass length I need. And you know what? To make this a little easier, this is a ribbon fire bend. The glass isn't going to collapse on itself, so I don't need a blow hose. That's just one more distraction. Let's see, can you see the fire now? Barely. Okay. I'm going to bring this guy in the fire. Turn that just a bit so I'm not fighting it. So worst bend I've done, it's going to crack. That's horrible. I don't like that at all. That's so bad. So bad. Alright. I don't like it. We're going to make it work. I don't like it because you can't see the pattern table unless I get down here. And that ain't going to work. But what happens if I come over here? Can you see you can see that burner. Anyway, so I made my marks. I'm going to make the beginning of this B. And we'll see what happens. I'm going to narrow that down and have it just under what I want to get hot. Again, as soon as it starts getting hot, you should start seeing the sodium flare. There it comes. Now if I put my glasses down and look at it, that's what I'm supposed to be doing, so I don't see that flare, because supposedly that flare is bad for you. So now I'm just rotating it around. It's turning into jello, so I'm doing it 180 degrees at a time. Now I'm going to let the gravity take over, roll it a little bit, come over here. I'm going to set it down on my pattern right there, and I'm going to push down there briefly to make sure that it's level with the table. I don't want any high spots. I'm gonna make my mark for my right-handed turn here. I need that to turn right. So what I'm going to do, put that in there. Working with hot glass, I'm likely to burn myself tonight. Now I need to do this right angle again and see if I can do it without screwing it up. I already got my sodium flare on this torch that you kind of can see. No, you can't either. That torch is out of the shot. Oh, what am I doing? Damn, did you guys see all that mess? I'll tell you what that was. That was me not having my pattern ready. Now I got to try to fix it again. Oh, that was bad, y'all. I wasn't ready for that. That was 101 neon bending that I just screwed up. Something's still hot. Oh, not hot. I thought it was hot. It was a piece of the screen stabbed me. So now we're going to come back in the fire, same spot. All that glass is still hot. I don't have my tube in. Not pretty, but it's there. Now I need to figure out how to start that turn. That turn needs to start about there. Now this is going to be a big turn, right? Big turns. We don't need the blow hose. So we're going to come over here and I want to bend this side here out this way to make this B. It's ugly, but it's bending. There's part of our B. Okay? So now I want to bend it back around, but to do that, I need to move my pattern paper, but I'm going to mark my glass first. This is a double back, so I need to mark on the outside 1.5 in and 1.5 out to get that guy to come all the way back around. And I don't want to bend this way. I don't want to bend it toward me. So one thing I messed up on the last time is I did that, and I need to bend out away from me. So this needs to come up, all the way up and over. Let me close that off a little. Not pretty. But not the worst either. Why are my torches doing weird stuff? That was weird. Alright. So what do I want to do next? I think I want to bend the back side of this B up, so I'm not dealing with a long piece of glass. So let's do that. Right there, there, there. I have a little bit of a handle to work with. I'm going to start the bend here. Let's measure with my blow hose. Let's do that there. So my idea is to not bend it all the way in. There's a weird little thing, right? My idea is to bend just this part, because this bend now has to come over here, here, and then back, and then double back and over. Well, if I come all the way back, I'm going to be bending right into this glass. So the idea is if I come out here, it's going to get me almost straight around this, right? I'm going to be right here, but kind of out. Then I can build a little like part 90, right? And then bring it back this way, and then I can reheat this again, and then bring it and set it down in. That's the thought. I'm really bad at this, so we're going to see, right? We're going to come over here, and now I have a handle to work with, right? So that I can bring this back. Now, I also, before I get going, want to position myself where I know what I'm about to do. Okay, so now I'm here. This side, excuse me, I've had the flu. Now I have every time I get sick, I get this, which is only like once every couple of years. I go like what feels like 2 months afterwards with a dry, annoying cough. And then it goes away. But it's been like that my whole life. It's just something I got to deal with. That's way too close. So I'm going to have to heat this corner up again and bring that out a little. It's touching hard right there. I don't want the glass to touch, especially when I'm bombarding, because it's going to stick together. But two, I don't want it to do that. Now, the problem is I'm worried about getting in here and breaking my weld, or my corner there, because that's what always seems to happen with me, is I'll put these bends back in the fire and they get brittle, and then they crack on me. So I'm only trying to heat that up enough to pull that out a little bit, so that it's not touching. I really don't care if that back piece is got a little bit of space, right? I'm okay with that, and I can work with that. If it's just not perfectly straight, I'm okay with that. Anybody who needs, look, I'm ready to start making a little bit of money on this to pay for it. So if you need straight pieces of glass, or you want to do like borders in your window or whatever, big square pieces, whatever, I'm there. It's the lettering that I'm having the issue with right now. Okay, so we're gonna get there, but I gotta start somewhere, and I gotta, get that in there. I'm gonna ask you guys too. What are some ideas for business names, right? What are we gonna call this? My YouTube channel is called Getting Bent. Kind of cool, whatever, I guess. I want to somehow do like an ode to my uncle. You know, his name was Jimmy Walker, and he went by Hobo. Everybody knew him by Hobo. What do we do? Throw some names, right? Maybe some family members, throw some names out, give us some ideas. Anyway, so now I'm ready. We're gonna bend this guy up, as long as I don't screw it up. But guys, I'm really good at screwing it up. Like right now, I have to remember to pick this up off the fire when I go to the other side, because I don't want to slap the hell out of this bee on the side of this burner and break it, right? Oh, I got an itch. What do y'all do when you get an itch and you're in the middle of burning or bending? Oh, that's so bad. So bad. I didn't let it get hot enough. I'm going to make it work though. I'm not even going to put this guy. Not even going to do this with the blow hose, because it doesn't even need to be much, right? So I should have put the blow hose on. Puff of air, put it in here, do that, and now I'm gonna get that hot and swing it back in there. Y'all, that's so bad, but it's kind of looking like a bee, right? Let me measure this real quick with the handy dandy. Ooh, that glass is hot. Don't touch it. You'll know you shouldn't have if you do. I'm using a China marker. It says Dixon. Doesn't work real well. So again, we're making a big bend. So we're not gonna put the blow hose in. And we're gonna figure this out together. So I'm gonna start bending this, and then again, we wanna come up this way. I don't wanna bring it to me. And I'll get it up here before I get it to the pattern, and the gravity will kinda help. I haven't figured that or mastered that out yet, but you know what? If you don't do this all the time, you're not gonna figure it out. Some of those people on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok and Instagram or whatever make this look so easy. One guy in particular, see, I wasn't even holding that right. Corey out of Ohio makes this look like he's been doing it, like he invented it. That glass gets red hot, y'all. Okay. Now what we're going to do is, this is where it's going to get more difficult. And I'm going to have to put the blow hose in. But we're going to have to do a double back now, upwards over here. And I'll have to get the blow hose in and turn the pattern around because I want it to go this way, away from me. But I'm going to have to get it all kinds of hot near a bend. This is what I've had the biggest problem with. When I have to put heat right next to where I've put a bend before, sometimes that previous bend, ching, just pops. I'm trying to figure it out. I think I need to kind of ease that bend back in the fire a little bit so it's just not going, hot that quick. I don't know, guys. I'm still learning. I'm doing the best I can. We're going to turn this around, though, and we're just going to whoop right on over. So what I'm going to do here is put my blow hose in the left side because that's the side I don't need to move. Right? So we're going to now to choose, where do I go to the fire? Do I do my ribbon or my crossfire? Most people I see are using their crossfire. I see a couple ribbon burners doing this though. Do I do the ribbon? Maybe I do the ribbon. Let's do this with the ribbon. That ain't gonna work. I'm throwing my blow hose around. If I keep that up, so ugly double back, kind of pinches itself a little bit. Camera lost who I am. Something's burning. My blow hose. Yeah, hey, don't burn your blow hose. It really stinks. God, it really stinks. Now I have a little bit of a problem that I think I'm going to fix in an unconventional way. Do y'all remember how I told you when I get heat too close to a bend, it pops every time? I don't like that bend anyway, right here on the top of this B, right there. And I gotta heat up right here. So I'm gonna do something a little different, and it's probably not gonna look right, but I'm gonna heat up here just a little bit. I'm gonna bring this out a little bit so I can get my, that's not a good idea either. Whatever. You're gonna watch it break. Move that guy out of the way because it's hot. Let me try to get that bend warm first before I get it so close to the fire. See what I did there? See what that is? I'm really damn bad at doing stuff that's so close to other stuff. So what I got to do now is I'm gonna use some glass. I'm gonna make the double back right there, and then I'm gonna weld it right here with the hand torch. God, it's so bad. Why am I so bad at this? Okay, so I've made a cut right here. I'm gonna make a double back, and then I'm gonna weld it here. Much better. It's a little wider on one side than the other, but not enough to be concerned with. Now I want to weld that guy. I need to cut that off right there. When she cools down a little bit, I'll cut that off, and that's going to work just about right. Oop, there it went. Scared me. I get scared a lot. I got this thing here, a really heavy bean bag. Works great for what I'm about to be doing. Yep, perfect. Now I'm gonna maybe try to weld this. I gotta remember to put that where it goes. There we go. There it is. There's the beginning part of the B. Okay? Yes. I have one spot I had to fix it. On the other B, the one I did that broke the other night, I had a couple of spots, right? I had this guy here, had to weld it together right there, and then down here I had to create something down here. So I'm not great. I'm not perfect. I don't plan on being perfect. I do plan on being perfect. I really need somebody to show me how to do this. Not really. I mean, I do, but I don't. What I want is somebody around this area. I need to reach out. If any of y'all are in Oklahoma, North Texas, and don't mind me hanging out for a couple hours, let me know. It's a fun hobby right now that I really want to get better at. Nope, don't need that. What am I doing, y'all? This way. Okay, now I know where I'm at. I don't really know what I'm doing. ugly you. I know exactly what I did too. I tried to push them back together, so now the U kind of comes down and then together and then up. Oh well. That's why we practice, I think. Is it? I haven't been this frustrated with stuff I've done like ever. And I think part of my problem is I keep thinking I'm going to light this stuff up. Like this bee right here, it's not the prettiest. It's a bee. I don't need to light this up. Why? I just need to bend it and make it work. That's all that's ever going to happen with this one. I think, maybe. I don't know. I might light it up someday. But why waste electrodes when I'm just practicing, right? This isn't even the right color I gotta use. I gotta buy some of that. So this is just practicing what I'm doing. And hopefully someday I get good at it. Move that guy out of the way. I'm gonna try the double back in the crossfire. Not pretty, but not the worst I've seen. Now I need to, my U needs to start there. It's going to be a big U, right? So I don't need that. But what I do need to do is turn it around so that I'm bending out. I didn't let the U get hot enough. But I'm okay with that. No idea how I'm gonna do this D though. So it's like that's so much liquid glass that it gets your brain kind of does what the glass does. It just goes to mush. You think you know exactly where you're about to go. You get there and it wasn't what you thought. You guys that have done this for years, congratulations. I personally have no flipping clue how you've done this for years. I should have made that one first. No, I'm gonna leave it open because it's easier. It needs to come up and over. Need to get my torches hotter. I almost touched it. It's like I don't realize that stuff's hot. I've burned myself on it every time. Get that guy out of the way. How am I gonna do this guy? That'd be alright. Yep. Screwed that up royally. Yeah, looks good there, but really screwed that guy up. I don't know if I can make that glass work. So when I pulling it out of the fire, my hose got stuck. When that happened, I creased the glass almost, but it went back and touched itself and it came apart. Pulled some glass from the other side off. I don't think I could save that. I heated it up a couple more times, try to get it all to mold together. We'll see what happens. Worst case scenario is it breaks. This is practice. This isn't a real sign. Anyway, battery's dying, so this is end. We got a B and we got a U. So then I'll weld them together and we'll have a boo or a buh. And then it'll be a buh. And then eventually I'll figure out the D and it'll be a bud. And who knows, maybe I throw it in the sign and we just have a red bud and a blue light. Might look kind of cool. See y'all.